Hey everyone, it's Marianne with Akashic Inspirations, and I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. Um, since I'm a Capricorn and this is my birthday month, January 2nd is my birthday, I've decided to give you all a gift for my birthday. And decided to start the year doing um, a monthly tarot reading based on the astrology, based on the horoscope. So this is going to be for Capricorn, and this is going to be a love tarot reading. So we're going to see how that works out. And I just thought it would be interesting since I feel that 2016 is going to be a year of relationships, lots of changes, things unexpected, and things just, even if you make plans, things are not going to turn out the way you think, but they're going to turn out much better. Sometimes, we settle for good when we should be looking for great. And I think that's what's going to happen this year. I think as we work into the fifth dimensional energies, we and our higher self and our higher aspects are demanding that we allow great to come into our life. So this is going to be something a little bit new and different, and hope you all enjoy. And we're going to get right to it. So I decided I was going to use the Glastonbury Tarot, and this tarot deck is out of print, but it's by Lisa Tenzin-Dolma. I do know that they did a reprint a couple of years ago, I believe, and that may be available. But this one I got is from, I believe it's from 1999. I was really lucky to go and to be able to find this in a little store close near to my house. And these cards are really like simplistic looking, but each and every item that is here that you see, the colors, what they're wearing, what the people are wearing, each has a really specific meaning. And it's quite an involved deck, but it's really profound, and I thought I would use it because I love the Celtic energies. I love the energies of Avalon, and I really associate that with my twin flame, with my divine complement. So I hope you enjoy the reading for this month, Capricorns, and happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday to us. So let's go ahead. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit first. I haven't used this deck in a while, although it carries my energies because I use it for me personally. And we are going to, all right, so 3 came out, so we're going to put those first 3 down. And I believe I'm going to go with the 9-card spread. All right. And I will look at each of the cards as we go, as they flip. 2 more. I think jumping cards. All right. So let's turn them all over and kind of get a general view. So the top row, we've got 7 of Cups, chalices, and they call this card the fantasy card. Then we've got the Lovers. All right. And then we have the Maid of Vesicas, which is Pentacles in this suit. We have 2 of Staffs with Gateway. Ooh, the Moon on Chalice Hill. Full moon there. We've got the Sun with the Grail. Love it. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, the World. Wow. And 4 of Cups. All right. Let's look at this spread. Let's see if I can bring this down a little bit so you can remove these up. Which one do I want to start with? What do I want to start with? I think I want to start with the center card, because we've just come out of the full moon in Cancer on Christmas. And we're not going to have another full moon for another, I think it's in 2032 or something like that. It's going to be the next full moon on Christmas. So now that we've just passed it, and we have this beautiful, huge orb of yellow glowing light. It almost looks like the sun. And here we have the grounded energies being brought down through the tree of life. And this is the thorn tree that's on Chalice Hill, which the thorn tree was supposedly as a result of Joseph of Arimathea, which was the cousin of Jesus or the uncle of Jesus, coming and planting his staff on the hill, and it grew into the thorn tree. And that was the site of the first church, and that they lived in harmony with the Druids that were there, and he was respected as a teacher. So the moon brings us this wisdom. The moon brings us this inner knowing, right? And so we know within ourselves what we're looking for in a soulmate and in someone to be with us. And as and we're this just shows us through this tree how each one of us may be a branch, but we are all connected and from the same living entity, which is the tree of life. And we are all one, even though our branch may be separate, but we are still, our life force comes from the earth and is illuminated by this full moon and these intuitive energies apply to all of us. We all understand because we have the same roots, we have the same base as to who we are. And if we understand ourselves, we can therefore understand the whole and the totality of another. So, wow, that was beautiful. So I want to go now up to here to the Seven of Chalices. Here's this woman in this beautiful garden with these beautiful flowers, the pinks and the purple and all these rainbow colors. And she has the choice of 7 rainbow colored chalices, but she's reaching for the blue one. She's made her decision and has decided that the one that suits her best, the one that calls to her, is the blue one. So when we start out the year with a choice of who we want to have as our soulmate, but we allow our intuition and our emotions to guide us to choosing the one that is right for us, the one that calls to us, the one that we feel is illuminated and in the same energies as we are. And so this is confirmed by the next card, which is the Lover's card. And here we have this beautiful couple. It's, gosh, these names are really hard for me to pronounce. So we have, I know I'm going to butcher it, Cridalad and Gwynthur. All right, so here she is dressed all in green, and he is purple. So he shows perhaps like that spiritual essence of bringing in the energies of spirit, whereas she is totally grounded, fertile, beauty, abundance, with her robes of green, and yet her long sleeves are lined in the same purple as his jacket is. So again, here we have the moon behind them, the full moon behind them. So when you find this choice of lovers, right? When we make that decision through intuition, right? We will find that we mesh with this person. See these pinks and yellow energies? That to me signifies like the energies of Lady Leah, of Lady Nada, which is the unconditional love, right? The acceptance, the trust. She's leaning against him. She totally trusts him, and he has his arms protectively wrapped around her. So we have that masculine energy of love, respect, um, and a protective space. And she is the beautiful, essential energy of the earth mother, right? Of the abundance and bringing in all of that fertility into the relationship. And the next card, so if you are going into a commitment, be prepared for the fertility to come about. And here we have the Maid of Vesica, which is the page of Pentacles. And here here we have these same beautiful yellow and pink energies you see from the previous card. So it's showing a progression, right? It's showing a progression because now she's pregnant. Her breasts are full. She's waiting to be able to nurture this child. And here she's holding the Vesica Pisces in her sacral chakra, which is creativity, which is the birthing of something, right? She's ready to give birth. And the white of her gown indicates like a purity of love, right? This pure love. She has her eyes closed, and she even has a symbol here in her third eye. And she's completely surrounded. Her aura is pink and yellow. So this beautiful unconditional love for this child or this project or whatever it is that she's going to be birthing soon. And by having her hair down, when they had their hair down, it was still a maid, which is interesting because she's pregnant, right? So she's very pregnant. So let me just, I won't read everything from all the cards, but I'd like to go ahead and read just a bit for this card for us. And it's about, and of course she's sitting on the earth, so she's completely grounded, right? And it seems that she is in meditation, right? And in contemplation, and that she's coming up with these birthing of these new ideas and this new energy. So as we go into, as we're able to make a commitment, whether it be in a relationship, or a project, we'll be able to be inspired and to come up with the creativity it takes from the sacral chakra to be able to use that energy. It says, the woman's face is tranquil. She gazes down at a stream of golden energy that flows from her into the earth. Around her is a vibrant glow of pink shades, the color of unconditional love, radiating outward to golden tones that merge with the subtle light from the sky. So as we go on, as we move on, we come to the Two of Staffs. And this reminds me, there is a rune that, I'm sorry, I'm not that familiar with runes, but I do know that there is a rune that is X. So here it seems like he has like electricity running from his hands. And it reminds me of the Hermes staff, because there's snakes entwined, or a vine of some type, if they're not snakes, entwined in the staffs, right? So he's so grounded into the earth that you can't see his feet. They're like completely immersed into the earth. And what he's doing is he's creating this portal of some type, or a gateway in which to be able to manifest and to bring in this new experience that is being birthed up here, right? So it's before, it's about, I think it's a moment of pause before we bring through what's coming in front of us. And it's funny how we have the moon and the sun together, right? The yin and the yang. And okay, so the rune is called Gebo, Gebo, which means a gift or a kiss. So it signifies a new world that's opening up, new gifts, new opportunities, and it's time to really accept these gifts and move forward in a joyful and just be in joy and in love, right? So this is a beautiful reading actually. Now that as I go through it. So here we have the moon again and the sun. So here we have the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine. I love how these cards have come out. So here, this is the epitome of our will, our solar plexus energy of the masculine. Here is the Grail cup. So the sun here is signified as the Grail, as the Holy Grail. And the energy is just from the sun is just pulsating, looking into the spirals around it, the whites, the yellows, and again, some of the pink here in the outer layers of the sun. The sun is again reflected within the cup. And we've got, let's see, 3, 4, 5 of the Vesica Pisces here. So, and the sun is the one card that is the most positive card because it signifies a manifestation. It signifies the embodiment of our hopes and desires and our dreams coming to life, right? So the Holy Grail, the chalice, is, let's see here. I want to read to you about where it talks about. It says, okay, so here are the floating bands. So the floating bands of golden light is the Grail, the holy chalice, merging with the energy of the sun, and at the same time reflecting it. Jewels are studded like eyes in the rim of the Grail, reflecting so much light that their nature cannot be identified. So it's just a reflection of the light, right? And so it represents our knowledge, right? This is great because here we have the tree of life, and the sun represents the tree of knowledge. If you'll read the Book of Enoch, and where it talks about the two trees at the beginning in the Garden of Eden. So it's about recognizing the beauty that is within every living creature and every living thing. So then we go on to the Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Vesica. And here, this is I mean, she's richly dressed. Look at those beautiful deep greens around her. It seems like the fields are fallow, so that means the harvest has already been brought in. And she's got that Vesica Pisces, where before it was in her sacral chakra, now it's in the solar plexus. So here's the sun representing the solar plexus, now embodied in each individual person, into each of us. And it's about how we've overcome the obstacles and the difficulties, and that we're grounded because she's sitting down, right? She's sitting, look like perhaps in a chair, and that she's centered. That's why she has the Vesica Pisces right in her middle, so that she's balanced and centered. So as we balance and center within ourselves and within our relationships, then we find that balance to be able to really draw upon it and manifest everything that we need. The ability of going with the flow and not pushing things to happen, but just allowing them, having the patience to sit and wait for this relationship to come to us. And once we do that, we have this magnificent card, which is the 21st card, and it's again a major arcana. It's the World, and here in this deck is called the Phoenix. So like the Phoenix, we rise out of the ashes into the rebirth, and where we've got here the primordial egg of the infinite possibilities of everything that is available to us. We're complete. We have found completion by going through the struggles, the obstacles of finding our love and of finding our relationships, and we are complete within ourselves. So by being complete within ourselves, then we can find that person, which is a divine complement to us. That's what we want to find. We want to find someone, and that's what we will attract, is someone like us once you have received this inner balance, right? Um, it's it's the deep understanding of who you truly are, right? And a feeling of peace within yourself and being at one with everything, being at one with understanding this union, this oneness, um, and you be able to see everything as it truly is. So as we step into again, um, going upward in the spiral from one level to the next, going into this fifth dimension, we'll be able to open our hands and be able to receive the gifts that the universe and the world is providing for us. Wow. And so then the last card that we have is the Four of Chalices, which is the card's name is emotion. So here she's between like this arbor, right? And she's holding on to two of the posts. So the four representing stability, foundation, security, home. Um, and it's um, talking to you about feeling loved, feeling nourished, feeling supported, and that we have this support from others, and um, that we are in a balance of our emotions. We are balanced here. And here she's got this beautiful magenta pink color with the magenta pink roses, and the roses with the white, which is purity. And of course, the magenta pink is the higher spiritual color, and it's combined with the purple. So she has this beautiful spiritual balance within her, and that's what we find when we find that completion, or that peaceful spot within ourselves. Then we are completely balanced. So, wow, well, this is like a beautiful, I think it's a beautiful reading for uh, this month of January to start the year for Capricorns. I think it's magnificent, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing your comments. If you liked the spread, if you enjoyed it, if I should go ahead and continue for the following months. And all of this also leads me to tell you about the event that we're going to be holding. It's called The Power of Love. And it's basically helping you find the frequency of your soulmate, of helping you with any blockages that may be, or what you need to do in your path of finding completeness and wholeness within yourself, so that you can find that soulmate, so that you can release those things that are holding you back, or what you could do to move forward, and what healing needs to take place within you, so that you can be this glorious balance of the masculine, of the sun, and the feminine, the moon. And you can go to my website. It's akashicinspirations.com. I thank you so much for liking, for subscribing, for sharing, for joining me on Facebook, on my daily readings, on my periscopes. And the event is posted on my akashicinspirations.com on the special announcements page, where you can see all of the things that we're offering to those who do participate. And really, you have readings from 4 people for $99, which is an amazing price if you think about it. It's less than $25 per person, which is really nothing for full, dead on readings, which you will receive a healing and a reading via Skype for an hour between Deborah from Intuitive Deborah, also known as Glammy Witch, from Ron Schaefer from Simply Intuitive, and an astrological soul frequency reading from Dia at Ori's Oasis. So I look forward to working with those who want to participate, They'll also get a candle ceremony and private meditations as well, a private group meditation. So I send you many, many blessings for this new year of 2016, for the month of January, for all my Capricorn sun, rising, and moons. I send you many, many blessings for this month. Namaste.